So, good morning and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Today, three players. One of them's a little bit off key. We might as well start with him, and that's Gjorgjievski. He's at Liverpool, the former Stoke City player. Bit of a weird signing going to Liverpool in the first place. Only about 10, 12 million pounds, something stupid like that it was. But he's failed to hold down a starting berth in that Liverpool team. And listen, they're all singing, all dancing. They're European champions. They are absolutely fantastic to watch as well. And he can't get in that team. Now, of all people, Darren Bent has come out. Don't know what Darren Bent's got to do with anything. But Darren Bent has come out and he has said that Arsenal and Tottenham are linked to him and that are interested in him. Now, when I sit back and think about this, it's not as stupid as it sounds. Personally, I don't think he's that fantastic. But the one thing he is kind of hard working, which is something we lack in that midfield berth and lack in the left and right wing positions. Listen, Pepe, for as good as he is, he doesn't track back, he doesn't run back and defend and help out. He can't even hold a spot down in Arsenal's team at the moment. On the left-hand side, we've got Bukayo Saka, and he doesn't score, he doesn't create. He's a youngster, he's trying to learn his trade. And, you know, like I said, this isn't as stupid as it sounds. The fee reported is really cheap as well. We're talking about the £10 million barrier. Now, I personally think that we could do a lot worse than Shaqiri, but would he fit our style? Do we have a style? That is the question. Do we even have a style? Not only that, he can play at number 10 position as well. He does chip in with goals. He can supply assists as well. But like I said, is he that player that's going to elevate us up the table with hard work, grit, determination? Personally, I think he could. I don't think he'd be able to do it on his own mind, but I think that he'd have to come into the team and nail down a position, because obviously that's ultimately why he wants to leave Liverpool. Now, with the players that we do have at Arsenal, with the manager that's still not been sacked, by the way, do we take a punt on this player in January, stick him straight in the team and hope that he does it? Or do we just let it ride out and maybe look for something better in the future? But I don't know. I think he's a decent little player. We know he can score goals. We've seen him score goals for his country, Switzerland. He's scored goals for Liverpool. He's provided quite a few assists at Liverpool as well. I remember when he first got into their team, when he went there, he was doing really well. And then suddenly he just got phased out and he hasn't really recovered since then. So as stupid as it might sound, it's not actually that stupid a signing. Now, whether it happens or not remains to be seen. Obviously, like I said, Tottenham are linked to him as well. And I don't know. Listen, if we go up against Tottenham, as it stands currently, we're better in the table in terms of league position. But are we better run? Are we in a better position overall? They're obviously in Champions League. Obviously now you don't get cup tied for Champions League and Europa League, so he can switch to either team without being cup tied for that. But like I said, we've probably got bigger issues to solve than that position. And like I said, he can play anywhere across that front line: number 10, false 9, left wing, right wing. So he is a utility player as such, but at the same time, I think we've probably got more pressing issues. But leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know, would you take Gjorgjievski at Arsenal? Like I said, it's going to cost about 10 million quid. In today's market, that's relatively cheap. But let me know. Anyway, let's move on to another winger, and that is somebody we were heavily linked with all summer. We didn't get him. He stayed at Ajax, and that is Ziyech. Now, this season, he has already got 11 assists, which is pretty damn ridiculous. He's lighting up that league again. Edwin van der Sar has come out and said that they're open to, or they know that they're going to lose players again this summer. They know they're going to lose players potentially in January as well. And he is one of their biggest stars. They know that the revamp is going to have to take place again. And they're open to doing business. Listen, Ajax are not flush with money. They're a very good football club. They're a very well-run football club. And the amount of talent that's come through there over the years is ridiculous. But this is somebody that genuinely does excite Arsenal fans. And this is somebody that would come in, get straight in the starting 11, play week in, week out, and genuinely up our quality going forward. He averages about 3.5 key passes a game if people want to go down the key pass route. But every time I've watched him, I think he's been absolutely superb. That Champions League run that they were in last season that got them very, very close to a to a final. Again, he was fantastic in that. Yes, they bottled that in the end and they got knocked out to Tottenham, but that Champions League run that they had, he was a massive, massive part, if not the best player for them in that Champions League run. Now, It's not going to be cheap to sign him. We know that. But if you want absolute quality, you've got to pay absolute quality prices. So for me, this is somebody that I think would come in and light the league up. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I'm not saying he's wasted at Ajax by any stretch of the imagination, but they're a massive football club. Let's not get that wrong. They're also in the Champions League again. And like I said, he's having again another fantastic season. So, like I said, it's not going to be cheap. I think he's well worth every single penny. And I think that somebody is going to get themselves an absolute gem. It'd be great to see him in the Premier League at Arsenal. It'd be great for us as a football club. We could have him on one side, Pepe on the other side, Abba up front, Lacazette, one of them two, whoever, maybe even both. Maybe play Lacazette at number 10. I think he'd do pretty well there. But like I said, I think this guy is absolutely top class. And he's somebody that would get fans off the seat. It'd be worth the fee alone, the ticket to go to the ground. I think that it's something we should be going for. And if we want to be a big club and act like a big club, this is the sort of player we've got to sign. Yes, we went and signed Pepe. Massive, massive money. I don't think it cost that much money to sign Ziyech. But at the same time, we're going to be talking around the £50 million barrier upwards. So are Arsenal going to go and do that? Like I just said about Shaqiri, it's a complete upgrade on Shaqiri. Miles ahead in terms of ability and technique. And then product as well. But we've got more pressing issues. So do you think we should go and sign him? Leave that in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think on that. And yeah, let me know how much you think that would cost as well. Last but by no means least is another player we were linked to all summer. Now, Arsenal are said to have sent representatives last night to the Hungary game against Wales, the international game. And that is Dominic Szoboszlai. Butchered it. Like I did all summer. I'm going to have to get my pronunciation right on that one. He's a goal-scoring midfielder, plays for Red Bull Salzburg. And we sent representatives to the game last night, scouts to the game to watch him. There's rumours going around at the moment that we are going to table an official bid during the January window. Now, this is somebody we definitely need. This is somebody who can create, he can score, he can defend, and he is pretty much the complete midfielder for such a young age. I'm not saying that he's world class or anything like that, but he has got every attribute to succeed in our league, and he's got every attribute to fit into our midfield on a week in, week out basis. Now, again, this isn't going to be a cheap signing. This is going to be something that's going to cost a lot of money, and he is only young. He's not been around the block a hell of a lot, but he does play for the best team out there, and he's playing for his national team every single international match. So, listen, the kid is absolutely mustard. I think it's something we definitely have to do. Our midfield is an absolute disgrace right now. We've not got enough players in that midfield that score goals for a start. Like I said, our midfielders, Joe Willock chips in here and there, don't really score a great amount. Torreira barely scores, even though he's playing further forward. Guendouzi doesn't really score any goals. Mesut Ozil don't get any games really. Pepe's not really scoring. The other side, Saka's not scoring. So we haven't really got any midfielders. Granit Xhaka's another one, doesn't score many goals. We need a midfielder like this guy that can come in, boss a midfield, which he can. Whether he can do it in a more competitive league remains to be seen. He is a young age, like I said. But I think this is a sort of signing that, again, similar to Ziyech, would elevate us up the table. It'd elevate our quality on the pitch as well, because we've got way too many players on the pitch in that midfield area, like I said, that don't score enough goals. And if you want to push yourself up into top four, and if you want to push yourself up towards challenging for a title, you need to have goal-scoring midfielders. Look back at when we had the Invincibles and them sort of teams. Pires, Ljungberg, all scored goals. Vieira chipped in with goals. You know, we had a lot of goal-scoring midfielders back then, and that's something we lack massively now. So maybe this is something that can get done. I like the idea of this guy coming into Arsenal. I think it'd be a fantastic signing. But again, leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about Dominic Szoboszlai. And tell me how to pronounce it as well. That would be appreciated. Tell me how much you think he's worth as well, and whether you think he'd be any good at Arsenal. Don't forget, keep your eyes peeled later on today as well. There will be another poll on the community. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And don't forget, follow the Facebook. That's in the description for this video. And also Lee Gunner 82 on Insta. Regular updates on there as well on Facebook and on Instagram. So until later on, when I do my streams at 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Laters, peeps.